Bonjour, welcome to French 1. I'm Madame Rumley. It is Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, week 23, March 8th. That's a typo. And today's lesson is about mostly IR verbs. It's a new type of verb. All right, before we get started, I'm gonna, uh-oh, can you not hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Okay. Quick note, thank you so much for all your grace with and patience with the hiccup of last week's class. I know that the recording came up quite late and you probably haven't had time to do your homework. So we'll do what we can today to make sure that you when we go over the practice stuff that you understand the concepts, and we'll just trudge through as best as we can. Sorry everything got kind of squished for you guys, but sometimes life happens. Be sure to keep emailing me if you need help. I can definitely meet with you in my office, which is just this classroom, like at a time that's not class, and we can practice one-on-one or whoever happens to be there, and we can just make sure that you understand. So use me, I'm at your service. All right, le programme pour aujourd'hui est prière, écriture, cultural corner, révision devoir, leçon 19, un choix difficile, et devoir. All right, let's begin. Prière. Father God, thank you so much for this class and for these students. Thank you that we are connected and online together. And I just ask for grace and everyone catching up from last week, that the concepts would not be lost, that we would really be able to learn them well and have a good sense of those lessons. Be in this class, help the lessons be learned smoothly as well. We love you, Lord, and we give this time up to you. Be with each of these students and all the things going on in their lives, schoolwork and family life and personal things, and all the little things that you know. I just lift those up to you. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay. All right. L'écriture pour aujourd'hui vient de Matthieu 6, 10. Que ton règne vienne, que ta volonté soit faite sur la terre comme au ciel. A little bit longer one. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Que means, it means what, but it's also used in the sense here of like that your reign comes, or may your reign come, that's kind of the way it's being used here. Ton, your reign, your kingdom or your reign, R-E-I-G-N, règne, vienne, come, que, that your will, volonté, kind of like the same root we get volunteer from, or help me out, are there any other words that are kind of along those lines? Okay, good question, Hannah. Hold on one sec. Let me finish translating it, and then I'll answer that. Que ton volonté, your will, soit faite, be done, sur, in the earth, as in the heavens. As in heaven. So that's what it literally means. The translation is your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. But now you know what each word means. Hannah asked a good question. Why is it ton règne and then ta volonté? Because we're talking about God, who we often use as, let me turn my mic volume up. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, so the question is, we're saying your reign, your will to God, who we most often refer to as a man or male, right? Um, now the answer is, why is it ton and then ta? It actually has nothing to do with the fact that God is masculine. It has everything to do with the noun. It's just that pronoun is describing. So règne is masculine, so ton has to match règne. Volonté is feminine, is a feminine noun, and so ta has to match it. It's just that same thing that we learned, and it's just a common mistake because it's opposite in a English person's mind. I would say mon père, my father. Even though I'm a girl, I say mon père and then ma mère. She's my. Even though I'm a girl, it doesn't matter whether I'm masculine or feminine. What matters is that the thing I'm talking about is masculine or feminine. So I would say mon père and ma mère. David would also say mon père and ma mère. It has nothing to do with the gender of the speaker and everything to do with the gender of the noun it's attached to. Does that answer your question, Hannah? Cool. All right. Can we everyone hear me and stuff? We're all okay. So levez les mains, s'il vous plaît. Are those the only versions of yours? Well, do you remember we learned them. We had a whole big chart. There's ton, there's ta, and then there's te. So ton is before a masculine noun, ta is before a feminine noun, and then te is before a masculine or feminine but plural noun. So everyone raise your hands. Tout le monde lève les mains. Of course I will. I'm just waiting for everyone to raise your hands. About half the class is still unraised. I'll read it again. But this is a good time to practice. Que ton règne vienne. So this G-N-E makes a ny sound, kind of like lasagna. Lasagna, the English word that uses the same thing sound. Que ton règne vienne, que ta volonté soit faite sur la terre comme au ciel. Okay. Rachel, go ahead. Volonté. Very good, Rachel. Can you repeat vienne? Vienne. Good. Very good. All right. Well done, Rachel. Katie? Well done, Katie. Olivia? Règne? Good, Olivia. Your pronunciation sounded good. It sounded like you kind of maybe added a word in there or something, but so make sure you can go slowly. Oh, okay. Just make sure you just go slowly with each word, like sur la terre comme au ciel. But your pronunciation sounded good. Well done. All right, Alyssa. Oops, your turn. Well done. sounded good. Yeah, just for everyone. Katie, you already went, right? So it's Daniel. Okay, cool. Okay. Just think about if we hear someone uh, speaking English as a second language in America speaking to us, we wouldn't mind if they spoke like a little bit slowly, right? If it was easier to understand than if they were speaking fast, but it was like slurred or they're missing some words, the pronunciations was off. You know what I mean? Like think about it like we wouldn't mind listening to someone speak a tiny bit slower if it was easier to understand. So take your time. All right, Danielle, your turn. Mm-hmm. Excellent. You guys impress me. All right, Sarah, your turn. Mm-hmm. Well done. Isabel? Mm-hmm. Excellent. Hannah? Mm-hmm. Règne. Good. Can you repeat soit fait? Good. Very good. All right. Well done. Victoria? Mm-hmm. Good. So make sure when you see this word, it sounds like the long O. Au ciel. Okay. It sounded a little bit like a ciel or something kind of like that. So just make sure, because that's like a different word, right? So make sure you say it precisely. Good job. Annie, your turn. Oh, sorry. I didn't press it properly. Go ahead. Yes. Good, Annie. Make sure you make a clear differentiation between le and la. So it sounded kind of like le terre here, but it's la terre. Can you just say la terre one more time? Good. Because remember, there are some words that the nouns are spelled and pronounced the same way, but the article or the gender of it's different, and they actually mean different words. Like le livre is a book, la livre is a pound. So those completely different things. So make sure it's not just you. That's the common thing. So we just have to make sure we're precise. All right, Tiffany, your turn. Oh, it says your mic isn't working. Okay. Is there anyone else that wants to go? There are a bunch of people that did not raise their hands at the beginning, and then some people who showed up since. I can read it again. Okay. All right. Que ton règne vienne, que ta volonté soit faite sur la terre comme au ciel. All right, let's move on. Today's cultural corner is kind of short. Sorry, Tiffany. You may have heard of the words haute couture, haute couture. I think is how you say it in English. Um, oh, it is? Oh, perfect timing. I don't even know about things like that. But yes, Fashion Week is like apparently around now. That's cool. So, haute couture literally means high clothing making kind of, well, okay, it when we hear haute couture, we hear it means high end clothing and fashion. What it literally means, word for word, is high. Remember, we learned en haut for like upstairs, and then couture is the word for like clothes making, I guess is how you would say it. Um, yeah, sure, that church to dress, that dress to church. Um, that's funny. Anyways, it's haute couture is worldwide now, but began in France. It was a French concept, and it's essentially fancy clothing. I would even take it further to say it's like not just fancy, but like artistic clothes. It's like gone past the realm of just fancy now into the realm of art and pushing boundaries and whatnot. And it's usually made by hand and by order. No, this is just a model. Um, and then here's kind of like a little excerpt of what from. Actually, I don't remember where I got this from, but it's like um, the term haute couture is actually protected by law. So not just any clothing people can say they're haute couture. They have to follow all sorts of rules in order for them to earn that title and keep it. So it says to earn the right to call itself a couture house and use the term haute couture in its advertising in any other way, a fashion house must follow these rules. Design made to order for private clients with one or more fittings. Have a workshop, which is called an atelier in Paris. Atelier literally means attic because oftentimes in the old apartment buildings in Paris, the attic one is kind of the topmost apartment is always kind of like a weird shape or slightly small or like weirdly big or something, and that one tends to be used for workshops. So now the term atelier can refer to workshops even if it's not in an attic anymore. Have a workshop atelier in Paris that employs at least 15 people full-time. Each season, that is twice a year, present a collection to the Paris press comprising at least of 35 runs and exits with outfits for both daytime wear and evening wear. So as you can see, it is extremely specific. It is extremely regulated, and that sounds like a lot of work. That's a lot of work trying to come up with new things. Um, all right, you guys. So that's what haute couture is, and it is a French thing. So one of the contributions France has given the world, and as some of you may be interested, some of you may not, but it is definitely um, like a gift to the world today. Yep, so I picked that because we are learning about clothing and shopping, and that's kind of this uh, chapter's theme. All right, let's move on to Révision devoir. We're on page 268. Page 268 has the exercise achat. You actually need to be looking at this one because there are pictures. So it says, what we buy depends on how much money we have. Complete the sentence below with acheter or one or more of the items from the list. So who can, I know maybe you didn't get a chance to watch the recording, which is fine. But those of you who did, can someone raise your hand if you know how to conjugate the verb acheter? Or you could start writing it in the chat. Okay, Olivia. Oops, not that one. I'll give you whiteboard permissions. Can you, in this box here, conjugate acheter for us? The verb which means to buy. Let's see. I tried to watch the recording, but I could not see it. Isabel? On YouTube, you couldn't see it? Rachel, I'll answer your question in just a sec. Let me help you out. Good. All right. Good job, Olivia. Well done. I haven't done these there in a while. Applause. Okay. It is a regular ER verb. So how we conjugate ER verbs is that okay. I'll go over that in just a second. Okay, so the way we conjugate regular ER verbs is we remove the ER and then we put on the endings that they tell us to, which is e, es, ons, ez, ent. Perfect. Well done. That's how we do the endings. Now, there is one thing to remember about the verb acheter when we conjugate it. Do you guys remember the boot pronouns? So we have je, tu, il, elle, nous, oops, vous, il, elle. Okay. So this I'm just rewriting this over here. So that's usually what our chart looks like, right? Now the boot pronouns are the ones that fit inside my little boot here. It's silly, but it kind of is helpful. Vous should not be in there. I kind of wrote on top of it. Okay, so the boot pronouns are je, tu, il, elle, and then il, elle. And we kind of separate these pronouns because more often than not, when weird things happen to a verb, it happens to just these ones, but not the ones left outside, nous and vous. So the weird thing that happens to acheter when we conjugate it is we get the accent grave on the last E before the ER. So it becomes achète, achète, achète. Acheton and acheter are not boot pronouns, so we leave them out. And then achète. So I don't know if you can see because sometimes the whiteboard does not line up on different computers, but I put an accent grave. So here I'll do like, write it over here. I put an accent grave on the second to the last E before the ER. Any questions about that? Okay, tout le monde levez les mains so we can do this exercise. Okay, so let's see. Rachel, numéro 1. Katie, numéro 2. Hannah, numéro 3. Isabelle, numéro 4. Olivia, numéro 5. Alyssa, numéro 6. Sarah, numéro 7. Danielle, numéro 8. So you just look at the pictures in the textbook and decide what you could buy with the following dollar amount given to you. With $10, you and then buy, and then what, let's see, how about with $10 you could probably buy a CD. With $15 I can buy something, you decide. So what you're putting into practice here are two things. One, you're conjugating acheter to match the subject to nous, je, nous, Jean-Claude, vous, mes parents, mon cousin, je. That you choose the correct conjugation of acheter. And then number two, that you know how to use the vocabulary. Looking good. Avec $10, tu achètes, perfect, des lunettes de soleil. Well done. And correctly spelled. Numéro 3, avec $30, nous achetons un CD. Expensive CD. Good job. All right. Avec $50, Jean-Claude achète un Jean. Good. So actually, we don't forget the accent. That's kind of one of the important things here. So there's no accent for this one. Good job, because it is not a boot pronoun. But for number 4, it is a boot pronoun, so you need it. All right. Numéro 5, avec $100, vous achetez un polo. Good. Avec $15,000, mes parents achètent achetons. Okay, not achetons, but une voiture is correct. Mes parents, change it, the pronoun for mes parents is il. So you pick the conjugation for nous, but it needs to be the conjugation for il. So why don't you fix that? So number 4 and number 6, make sure you fix do the corrections on your exercise. Avec $35, mon cousin achète une veste. Very good. Avec $10, j'achète un polo. Good, except that number 8, can you fix this? You got the accent, which is perfect, but there's no S at the end. See here? Je achète. There's no S on the end. Good fix, number 6. All right, I'm waiting on number 4 and number 8 to edit. I don't know, Rachel. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Maybe, oh, you know what? Maybe because they don't want you to feel confused of like the value of a euro. Like you don't, some people might be like, well, I don't know how much you can buy with 10 euros. I know how much you can buy with $10. I don't know. All right, so we take away the S here, and then we got the accent there. Good job. All right. Any questions about how to conjugate or use acheter? Okay. Page 269. I think it was picnic. Yeah. Everyone is bringing someone or something to a picnic. Complete the sentences below with the appropriate forms of amener or apporter. So in French, there are 2 verbs that mean to bring. We have amener, which is to bring a person. And we have, let me make my box bigger here. And we have apporter, which is to bring something, like an object. They actually make a differentiation between bringing a person and bringing an object, which I think is kind of cool. So these verbs, amener and apporter, just amener conjugates the same way as acheter. So I would say j'amène with an accent clave on the second to last, the E, before the ER. To amène, with an S. So the endings are regular, but the accents are only for the boot pronouns for amener. Il, elle, amène. Oops, my computer auto-corrected it. There we go. Nous amenons, no accent because it's not a boot pronoun. Vous amenez, no accent because it's a boot pronoun. And then il, elle, amène. Okay? So that's amener, to bring a person. Apporter is just a regular verb, no special things. J'apporte. I'll keep doing this in a second. How about I assign? So lower your hands and re-raise them for the exercise, and I will assign them. You guys can start working on them. Abigail numéro 1, Rachel numéro 2, Olivia numéro 3, Danielle numéro 4, Hannah numéro 5, Sarah numéro 6, Alyssa numéro 7, Isabel numéro 8, Katie numéro 9, and then Elena, because you just happen to be next, can you be numéro 10? Go ahead and decide whether you should be using amener or apporter, and then write the correct conjugation. Tu apportes, il, elle apporte, nous apportons, vous apportez, il, elle apporte. Nous amenons nos voisins. Good. Because they're people, we bring them, and you did the correct conjugation. Tu apportes ta guitare. Philippe amène sa sœur. I have not remembered Hannah. Sorry, I did not memorize. Michel apporte des sodas. Maybe someone lowered their hand. Yeah, someone probably lowered their hand. So just go with what you had to begin with. Antoine et Vincent. Oh, disappeared. Raphaël apporte des CD. Good, because CDs are objects. We use apporte. Mon cousin amène sa copine. J'amène ma radio cassette. Actually, we don't. Amène is for bringing people. You're bringing a radio cassette, which is an object. So you would use apporte. That's fine. That's what practice is for. Léa and Emily amènent leur portable. Same here. Amène is for bringing people, but you are bringing objects. Vous apportez un dessert. Antoine et Vincent amènent leur cuisine. Good. J'apporte ma radiocassette. Léa and Emily apportent leur portable. Good job, guys. Well done. Well done. Well done. Lower your hands. We raise them. Page 270. Aux Galeries Lafayette. Marc and Nathalie are at the Galeries Lafayette department store. I think I showed it to you last class's, a picture of that place in last class's Cultural Corner. Mark likes everything that Natalie shows him. So just, it doesn't matter. Okay, whatever. So the example is une robe, and that he thinks it's jolie. So Natalie said, regarde cette robe, and Marc says, elle est jolie. So go ahead, Katie, you can do both pieces of dialogue on the one line. So Katie numéro 1, Olivia numéro 2, Rachel numéro 3, Abigail numéro 4, Hannah numéro 5. So what we're putting into practice here is the verb, or not the verb, I guess it's a pronoun, ce, which means this or that. Now, if the object we're talking about is masculine and singular, then we use ce. If the object is feminine and singular, then we use set. Oh, I should also say if it's masculine and singular but before a vowel, then we use just one T, C-E-T. Okay, and if it is masculine and plural, then we use say. If it is feminine and plural, then we use say. It actually looks the same if it's masculine or feminine, but in the plural, they look the same. Oopsies. Okay, so this is, I've used it a few times in this unit, and you guys were like, what does that mean? And so here's the formal kind of teaching of it. Ce means this or that. Don't forget number 1. You are mostly correct. Impair is masculin and singular. However, it begins with a vowel. So we have like our extra little one. You would actually use CET. CET actually. Instead of so you do CET. No, CET TE is feminine. Just with one T, that means that it's masculine singular but before a vowel. Okay, good. Sometimes it just takes going through it. Set and pair. And then actually, your adjective here is élégant, but doesn't matter that much. Okay. And then use the correct pronoun. Il. And then joli is in the masculine form. Good job. All right. Numéro 2. Regarde ses bottes. Very good. It is plural. Doesn't matter if it's masculine or feminine. For it's say for both. Okay. And then the pronoun is feminine, plural. So you say elles. And then actually, elles sont à la mode. I know. There's so many things to think about. And then use the correct form of the adjective. Good job. So number 2, don't forget to make it elles sont à la mode. Right? Instead of saying like they are in style, you're saying they is in style. Okay, number 3. Regarde cette casquette. Feminine singular. Perfect. Elle, good. Est géniale with, I think is an E on the end. Good. Yeah, it's okay, Olivia. I know there's so much to remember by this point. Un seul vêtement. Regarde ce vêtement. Good. Masculine singular. Oh, and then actually it should be, because it's masculine singular, your pronoun should be also masculine singular. It should be il, a, and then chouette. Your adjective matches. Good job. Number 5. Oh, okay. Danielle, did someone leave class? Who's number 5? Oh, okay. How about I do it really quick? So number 4, can you fix your pronoun? Okay. So for number 5, I'd say regarde ces livres, because they're plural. And then he would say they're masculine plural, so it'd say ils sont amusants. Okay, so I use the correct form of ce, and then my pronoun is the correct form, and my verb is the correct form, and my adjective is the correct form. All right, lots of details to think about, but you guys are doing great. Let's do page 271. Vêtements d'été. Summer clothes. Vêtements d'été means summer clothes. You are shopping for the following items before going on a summer trip to France. A friend is asking you which ones you are buying. So there's 3 lines to this conversation, and you can do all 3. So the example is un pantalon noir. And so someone's going to say the first line is j'achète un pantalon. I'm going to buy pants. Quel pantalon est-ce que tu achètes? Which ones are you going to buy? Which ones are you buying? And then ce pantalon noir. So there's a handful of things we're practicing here. Let me assign it, and then I'll continue explaining it. So everyone's lowered your hands and re-raised. We're all back to how we should be. So number 1, Alyssa. Number 2, Danielle. Numéro 3, Sarah. Numéro 4, Hannah. Numéro 5, Rachel. So go ahead if you know what you're supposed to be doing. So, whoa, sorry, my baby's kicking. Okay, so you are putting into practice ce from, hold on a second, I'm just going to copy this if I can. Oh, no, it doesn't want me to do that. Okay, never mind. Okay, so go ahead, continue with your exercise. So we're putting into practice this, what I just taught you, ce, set, say. Okay. But then we also learned something, and that means this and that, right? There's another thing we learned from last week's class is the word quel, which means which or what, which or what. Yeah, I guess. Okay. So the masculine singular form of which or what is quel. The feminine singular form is quel with a double L-E-S. Masculine plural is quel with just an you just add an S to the masculine singular form, and same with the feminine. You would just add an S to the way it looked before. Okay, so the things we're putting into practice here are, oh, come on. Struggles. Okay, hold on a second. Just wanted to put a box around it. Okay, so we're putting into practice using the correct form of quel, using the correct form of se, and then also using the correct conjugation of acheter. Okay, so how about I do a smaller sticker. Okay, so number 1, j'achète un maillot de bain. Don't forget your accent. That's kind of the important part of conjugating acheter. J'achète un maillot de bain. Quel maillot de bain est-ce que tu achètes? Good. So use the masculine singular form because maillot de bain is, looks like you may have put an accent there. Good job. It's a little off center, so I'll put it, okay. Oopsies, okay. Maillot de bain is masculine and singular, so you use the correct form of quel. Good job. Est-ce que tu achètes with an accent? Good job. Ce maillot de bain bleu. Very good. And then actually your adjective matches your noun, so well done there. Lots of things to remember, you guys. So it's worth going through slowly. It sounds kind of annoying, but like if you just take your time, it'll become normal, and then it'll become quick as you won't have to think about it if you spend the time now working on it, basically. Okay, j'achète une jupe. I'm going to buy a skirt. Quelle jupe? Feminine singular. Good. Est-ce que tu achètes? Correct conjugation of acheter. And then cette jupe jaune. Très bien. Jaune is an adjective that already has an E on the end, so you don't need to add an extra E to make it feminine. So good job. I'm just going to stretch out your sentence here so I can, my stickers aren't overlapping. Okay. J'achète, don't forget your accent. If you can't type it, you can always draw it. That was a terrible line. Yes, Hannah, it does. Okay, I guess we'll do our break in just a minute. J'achète une veste. Quelle veste, feminine singular, est-ce que tu achètes? Don't forget your accent on this one as well. Good job, good job. Cette veste bleue. Good, and you made your adjective match your noun. Très bien. Okay, j'achète des chaussures. Quelle chaussure? Okay, so actually chaussure is feminine. So quelle needs to be feminine and plural. Okay, quelle chaussure est-ce que tu achètes? Correct form of conjugation of achète. J'achète. Okay, perfect. Good job. Good fix. J'achète, with an accent, good, des chaussures blanches. Good. Ces chaussures blanches. Good, good, good. I could see your whole train of thought. Good job. All right. Good job, guys. Any questions about that? So we've learned how to conjugate acheter and amener. We've learned how to conjugate those two verbs with the boot pronouns getting the accent. We've learned se, the different forms of se, and we've learned the different forms of quel. Any questions about any of those? Okay. Make sure you do listen to last week's class, and and everything's really late, and I'm extremely sorry. It's not how I like to do things, but things were a little bit out of my hands last week. Um, if Make sure you look at the videos. The lesson that I recorded. I'll also do separate video lessons. Um, I'm hoping tonight I can get that done, and then so there's I basically reviewed everything this class that was in that class, but there's a few other verbs that you still need to learn that follow the same pattern as acheter, but just make sure you take a good look at those and practice those. And again, please email me, contact me if you need help with any of those lessons. Okay, let's have a break and then we will jump into the next lesson. See you in 5 minutes.